We are live with another video, and this is just going to be a little bit of the news of gaming. Here's the big news of the week, I think. Mass Effect Andromeda becomes an early access game after launch. This is from Ben Kuchera for Polygon. This is an op-ed piece, so it's the writer's opinion, not fact, but he supports it with some decent things. Mass Effect Andromeda is a game that suffered from animation issues and a number of rough edges that hurt the enjoyment of the story itself. It's nearly impossible to sit back and get lost in the world when that world has yet to be finished. Yesterday, BioWare announced that a series of patches would fix many of these problems, and that these patches will be released over the next 2 months. Congratulations, you bought an early access game that you thought was finished. If you know that changes this large are going to be made to the game in the future, why the hell would you pay for an unfinished game today? We like to think of games and game development as a services that grow and evolve with the involvement of customers and community, as Steam says about early access games. There have been a number of commentators that embrace this model of recently found a lot of value in the process. We like to support and encourage development teams to further involve customers and help everyone make better games. This description matches what BioWare was doing with Mass Effect Andromeda down to the use of community feedback to inform patches. Since launch, our team has been poring over your comments and feedback, looking to discover what you like about the game, as well as areas we can involve and improve BioWare's development. This Thursday we'll be releasing a new patch that addresses technical fixes, graphics, improvements, and also adds improvements to early access. The problem is that people who purchase Andromeda are likely to see this game done, ready for purchase at full retail, 15 and up pending condition to users. As our own author guy surfaces on Twitter, BioWare, if you're going to fix Mass Effect Andromeda over time, why the fuck should I play it now? Why? Did I waste 70 hours? My answer is yes, you wasted 70 hours. The final experience sounds like it's going to be much stronger than the game was released at launch. With significant changes made everything from character romance to technology itself. BioWare isn't calling this an early access game, nor are they taking much responsibility for the state of the game launch, because doing so will limit sales. This situation punishes the series' biggest fan in multiple ways and decreases transparency about what we should have expected from the game at launch. Our own review made it sound like Andromeda was a promising early access game. After a number of complaints, it might seem odd to Japanese publication, the Nikkei, has interviewed Square Enix CEO Matsuda Kun and asked him a range of questions regarding the company's plans for this year. Interestingly, one of the things that popped up in the interview is that Square Enix was spending more time focusing on the Nintendo Switch than the Project Scorpio. Here's a translation of the interview from NeoGAF member 0MCD 73. Basically, they talked about extending the life of titles through updates and DLC. So, a good example of this would be Final Fantasy 15. Notes that releasing titles in Japan then waiting several months to release the titles overseas is not a good business strategy, especially for their story adventure-focused titles, and continues to note the importance of worldwide releases. Alright, smartphone titles in the first half of 2016 did poorly. Their motto this year is something else, as they have to stand out and be different from the competition in order to attract users on phone and not just continue making these games using the same templates as they have before. Smartphone users aren't just looking for light games anymore, but more hardcore experiences. Japan, China, and North America account for 80% of the smartphone market, so there's no need for the worldwide releases for smartphone titles. Has an interest in Middle East and India as a potential large untapped market in the future. More announcements to come for Final Fantasy's 30th anniversary. Notes that 2017 has Nintendo Switch, Scorpio, Windows 10 Game Mode, and Google's Tango. I don't know what the hell that means. Out of all these, Square Enix is focused mostly on the Nintendo Switch. And here's the interesting thing. Matsuda said that having more platforms is good for content creators. Therefore, he would like the Switch to be successful. He also wants more titles in development and existing ones to be ported to the Switch if they're possible / feasible. Alright, my thoughts on this, I'm just going to keep it real. Basically, some of this is no shit, and some of it is whatever. Extending titles through DLC and updates wouldn't be an issue if they could keep their budgets under control. If they kept their budgets under control, then DLC would be gravy instead of a necessary thing to make your title profitable. So you're fucking up there, Matsuda. Releasing titles in Japan and waiting several months. They need to up their localization, and that's on them. Smartphone titles, it's expensive, but you know, smartphone titles have been doing poorly. No shit, because most of the games they're putting on smartphones should really be on a 3DS or Vita or Steam, not on a fucking smartphone, but whatever. More announcements to come for Final Fantasy's 30th anniversary. We're getting another spin-off game for Final Fantasy VII because, you know, Square loves to get on their knees and blow that fucking game. They're focusing on the Switch because development for the Switch is the cheapest of all of the consoles. And yes, I said that the Switch is a console. It is a console. It's a console that happens to be somewhat portable, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking console. So that's it. Just wanted to get those two news stories. Peace. How's it going? I forgot to mention this. Stay tuned this Saturday at 7 o'clock p.m. to 8:30 p.m. I'll be doing a podcast, a random BS Busters, talking about should the 3DS die, various movie reviews, and finally, what's the state of the industry? Stay tuned.